Welcome to Civitai.com, the home of the generative AI art community. If you enjoy this video, please consider hitting us with a like and subscribing, as it'll go a long way in helping us continue to bring you the highest quality AI community content. Please enjoy the video. Boom, Twitch, what is going on, everybody? Okay, cool. It looks like we are good and we are live everywhere. Guys, welcome to a very special Civitai. We are calling this the AI Artists Hour because it is going to be an hour with a bunch of really dope people doing really amazing things in the AI art world. Today, I have the pleasure of being joined by my good friend and coworker, Matty Shimura. Matty, go ahead and introduce yourself.
How's it going? Matty. I help run the film and TV initiatives at Civitai and our partnerships team as well. And one of the initiatives we recently launched was this Project Odyssey competition. So excited to talk more about it and how we can find these opportunities for the community to make films and create awesome work.
Awesome. And then I am joined by my good friend, Enigmatic E, the legend from YouTube himself. If you folks do not know who E is, then you better go search AI tutorial in your search bar on YouTube, and I promise he will pop up somewhere at the top. And then also my really good friend, SyntaxDiffusion, or sometimes known as Chris.exe. And yeah, man, I'm really excited to do this. We are going to be covering the Project Odyssey competition today and giving some of the really noteworthy videos a watch. If your video doesn't get watched, it doesn't say anything about you, please. We only have so much time, but we're going to go through and watch some really, really cool videos. Oh, the auditorium on Discord is locked. Give me a second there, guys. Sorry, give me 1 second. Matty, tell people what the final stats and everything for Project Odyssey was while I get this thing in Discord going.
For sure. So I think we had maybe 3,000 signups for the different free trials across the 17 various sponsored companies. And of that, there were 1,300 submissions, maybe 1,050 made it past all of the rules and criteria. So it was a lot of films to watch, but I watched each and every single one of them, enjoyed every minute of it. And yeah, across the 5 categories, some really amazing work came out. I think music video was the most popular one, which makes sense, especially with the tools of Luma and Runway Gen 3 coming out right in time for the competition. So we were very lucky to have that. The competition started just as the 3D animation. We were talking with SyntaxDiffusion and 11 Labs and Real Dreams, and we had reached out to Enigmatic E to do the 3D animation because of his work with 3D, both on the Civitai stream and on his personal page as well, with the Naruto one, which was awesome, the Attack on Titan shuffle dance, and so we thought it would be a perfect crossover. So that was inspired a bit by, if you've seen those 3D art render competitions by, I think it's Punisher on YouTube, where they have some of the top VFX and CG artists. We wanted to see if we could do something just through video input. So we didn't give anyone the 3D files. It was just the video input, the open pose, the canny. So all of the things that are outputted from Comfy. We asked E to put together a package of that and be able to for those participants to use it as their entry. So I'm really excited to dive into the 3D animation category and talk with E about his favorites too, especially seeing his work transformed in all these wild and wacky ways.
Awesome. Well, as Justin mentioned in our Twitch chat, there were a lot of really cool things that between the time that we started Project Odyssey and the time that it finished actually came out and launched. One being live portrait. And that just absolutely, I think, changed the game for a lot of people, especially with bringing in like facial and mouth recognition and movement and stuff. And I saw a number of videos actually utilize it. So I don't know if people just waited till really far in the competition to get their stuff done and submit it, or if people actually went back and altered the videos that they had already made. But it was so incredible to see all of the new video tools that came out get used to like their absolute full potential in such a short time span.
Just 1 month. Yeah, we had a restriction, and we were pretty strict about it. Of it had to be completed within that 1 month period, because with the technology moving so quickly, we wanted to provide a snapshot of what could people do within a constrained period of time, and a bit longer than those 48-hour, 72-hour ones, because people have their own lives going on. They have jobs, and some people, would hear about the competition late. So we wanted to give people at least that amount of time to be able, and it fits well with a month-long free trial too. Being able to put all of that together. There were an interesting range of people, from using more on the open source side to leaning into those more closed source tools, and I think we'll see a nice range of that today.
So, E, as someone who uses these tools, you are always pushing all of this stuff to the absolute limits. Every time I see you post something, you're doing some new crazy technique in Blender. You're combining everything in some cool way with Animate Diff and After Effects, or you're using Viggle, and you're just like, every video you make now, you're using anywhere from 3 to 6 or 7 different tools to bring everything to completion. And the tools themselves are not the easiest things to learn and get familiar with to make stuff that is really cohesive and really dope. What were some things you noticed that stood out to you as you were watching all the video submissions?
For me, it was more just the concepts, like some of the concepts of like, because like when I was animating the 3D model, I had this, like, I try to imagine what people were going to do with it. Like, somebody floating, somebody in the water, and, we got those. But then when I started to see like several of the submission, I'm like, whoa, like, how did you come up with that? Like, how did you think of somebody like I couldn't imagine somebody like, and like sleeping, and then like almost as if they're dreaming, and they're like moving, like they're like almost like, yeah, they're laying in their bed, but they're moving as if they're floating or something. Some of the concepts and the creativity with it just was really impressive. It really surprised me, some of the ideas that the people had.
And when we were scoping it, there were a couple technical constraints. We wanted it to be vertical video to be shared on social media. We thought a humanoid figure would be best versus something like a car or an inanimate object, just to be able to show the power of open pose and the different stylization workflows. And then another thing was the angle of it, right? We went back and forth a couple times with the iterations, where I think the initial one, he was the character was on their back, more prone, falling down. There was another one where the angle of the 3D character, where the hand maybe passed in front of the face, or the legs overlapped a little bit. So we did have to play around with something, but I think for the most part, everyone didn't have any issues with because of that.
Right.
All right. So without any further ado, wait, Chris, you submitted something, right? Did you submit something?
I did. Yeah, I put a music video in last second.
Okay.
Yeah, I messaged it to you, Tyler. The anxiety. It's one of our honorable mentions too, I believe.
Okay. Awesome. So, you know what? Without any further ado, we have a few things here that we are going to take a look at. So before we get going and looking at all of this, let's first take a look at what the input video was that was made by Enigmatic E. Boom. So, okay, this is what the contestants in the 3D category that chose to do the 3D category had to work with. So, E, do you want to talk through just a little bit of the process of making this, or kind of what you were thinking when you did this?
Oh yeah, so I used Move AI, just recorded it myself with the phone of me. Pretty much, I was laying on like this chair, like this seat, and I was actually acting out the motion. And then we had to make some, just make some adjustments because we wanted to make it so that it would be easy for people to, create something with this, because of like my first, like Matty was saying, my first version, the hands were completely covering, like going over the face, and then that can cause problems, with like consistency and stuff. So yeah, we just had to go back and forth a little bit, and until we got to a place where everything was viewable. You can still see the face the entire time. The hands are still moving, and in a way that just very floaty. And I'll also add some like apps, just some random shapes in the back if people wanted to play around with that. And it was just an option if people wanted to use it and stuff. And then we also wanted to create all these normal maps, and also the open pose skeleton and the depth map and all that stuff, so that you can get the cleanest input for the control nets as possible, so that you don't have to rely on like flickery results that you get sometimes from using the preprocessors that you get when you're using control net and stuff. So yeah, we were just trying to make it as straightforward and as easy for people to use as possible.
And some other considerations are we needed it to be big enough in the frame where you could still get the character detail. Sometimes the AI rendering has issues when it's too small. It needs to be that kind of sweet spot in terms of sizing, and then also making it a perfect loop so it could be match cut across the different animations.
Yeah, the coolest thing about these is you gave people so many options of like ways to use it to create different things. Because if you use open pose and depth, you're able to get really creative outputs, as opposed to if you use soft edge and line art. And I like that there were ones with background elements. Some people really put those to use. But with that being said, let's just jump into some of these, and let's actually kick it off with this category. So let's take a look at some of the winners here. So the first place winner right here. So let's go full screen.
So cool.
By NFT Nick. I love to, what really pushed it over the top, I think, was not only the sound design, but I love how they incorporated the logo.
When I saw that, it looked so clean. It looked so, it just looked really good. It was very impressive. The lighting, you
can tell there's like bubbles composited into it.
Yeah, the bubbles, really nice. Yeah.
I wonder if Nick actually sourced the bubble sound off of like just a sound website or whatever, or if he actually generated the sounds, because now you can generate your own sound design.
Well, for 11 Labs, we had the free trial. If you exit out, we'll see the tool tags. We can see what tools he used.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I guess he did use 11 Labs on that. So.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah, because on 11 Labs you can generate your own stock audio now, right?
Yeah, their sound design's really good.
Yeah. Let's give that a watch one more time. I really like what he did with the Project Odyssey thing in the front here. I think that was like those little touches really, like, that's what ties all the stuff together. Between the bubbles, there's almost zero flickering on the alien.
Right.
And the sign.
And the loops too.
Yep.
It's like a nice crossfade there.
Shout out to NFT Nick, and congratulations on winning. It was well deserved. This is very, very masterfully executed. Now, if we jump to second place here, man, I love the stuff that Remy Coop has been doing.
That
He's
is
been
insane.
doing
Yeah, same.
this super cool 1950s magazine cover, and he's been using the SDXL unsampling method that Inner Reflections came on the stream and shared with us, or something along those lines, and a combination of different Lauras. I could literally watch this style all day.
Yeah,
And I noticed too, only after the fact, that it says Project Odyssey comic at the top. Did you see that little Easter egg too?
Yeah.
Telling you, man, it's those little touches go the extra mile, and the sound on it just like matches so well.
And Remy's been posting a lot of them to the site. If you back up and then click on his profile, I think if you go to videos there.
He did like an Alice in Wonderland one that was also so good.
It was. Let's take a look at that since we're here.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, man, that's so good.
That is so good. And
This one had the best usage of those background elements, I think, as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, he used the background elements so well on this one. I love this one, to be like so good.
Okay, wait. I want to try to get it right at the right spot, because this I noticed the very first time I watched it, and I thought it was the coolest thing. Let me find the frame.
I wonder if he rendered each of those separately.
Right there, the teacup waves at you as it's leaving the screen. I thought that was so dope. And it adds like a different level of pulling you into it. Even though it's only for a split second, I immediately noticed it. And it was like, whoa, what? Because it made me feel like I was actually watching a cartoon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so do you think he masked out each one of those separately and did, one is a chair, one is a teapot, one is a clock?
Who knows?
I mean, are these the same shapes you put in back? They aren't, right?
No, because it was like a donut. It was a cube.
It was
just primitives.
Cube, the sphere, I believe, too.
He's a avid Blender user, so he could have maybe added his own elements.
Yeah,
I think Remy did some Blender magic, and then also like these other things he's been doing. This one I really liked. Yeah, I definitely want to give Remy all of his props, because everything I see him doing now, it's so stable. Like, you could look at this and people wouldn't know this is AI.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so definitely check out his page. Give him a follow.
That is Remy Coop. Shout out to Remy. Congratulations.
Tyler, you gotta hit that follow. You gotta start following people.
And then our third place winner here was a cats. And boom.
Okay, can before you play it. So when I first saw this, I was like, oh, okay, he did Doctor Strange. But then something at some point you see something that's just so trippy, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So yeah, you could go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna see it right now? This.
I love how it uses the outline of the character.
Yeah.
It felt like you tried to do the interdimensional, right? Him falling through the different dimensions from the movie. It felt like an interpretation of that.
And then at the end, his hands start to glow, almost as if he's doing that power that he does. Like, if you pay attention at the end.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Let's see, right? Where is it? Right, boom. He does the portal. Where's the portal?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really great. If any of you guys are actually in the Banadoko Discord server, Akat's actually shared the workflow, I think, this morning that he used to make this. So if this interests you at all, go join Banadoko and thank Akat's and download his workflow and see what's up. But I really, really like that. And I think aside from just the falling, bringing in the idea of like Doctor Strange falling through the different dimensions was really
And a nice touch too is the shoulder pads, which were in the original animation. It now becomes that cape.
Yeah,
that is so iconic of Doctor Strange's, not just that like football player look.
yeah.
Shout out to Akats.
Great job, man.
He's always leveling up. We gotta watch this one. This one I thought was this was one of the funniest things I saw in the entire competition. This was great. Who made this? Kanto, you're a madman. This was awesome.
Kanto did a lot of impressive ones that multiple of that made it to the finals using SyntaxDiffusion on these. Yeah, what a interesting use of the theme. I never would have thought that.
This is like, dude, come on.
Good. It's so good.
Who looks at the model that E made and thinks of this?
Yeah, that was my first reaction when I saw this. Like, I even had some people telling me like, "Hey, like, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do with this." And then I see this, and I'm like, "Damn!" Like, I mean, you could come up with some creative ideas. You just gotta like, just brainstorm a little bit, I guess. But yeah, like, I would never have thought to do something like this with that 3D model.
I love how the sheet stretches like by the if you look at her feet, and it looks pretty realistic to how if you're actually on a bed.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say is it really doesn't resemble what you got out of Move AI. Like, it did a really good job at like kind of hiding those elements that you were talking about, like the shoulder pads and other things. Like, really adds a real touch to it.
I wonder if he just used the open pose, maybe,
and the depth, maybe. I don't know.
The Twitch comment got me.
Oh, it's so accurate.
That is
blanket thief.
No, but so, and let's just call this out. Animate Diff. Something that I don't think a lot of people realize is if you give it just a little bit of context with the way that you set up your video and your scene before you actually run it through Animate Diff, it is really good at just getting the context of what's supposed to be happening with movement. I've gotten splashes and puddles from feet when all that was beneath the people in my scene was just a solid white block. But based on my reference image and what I explained in my prompt, it's really good at lighting stuff, and it's really good at making people interact with the environment. So keep that in mind. And I think that there's a lot more that it can do that we probably haven't even found yet. But this one was like, this took me out when I saw it. I absolutely, I think I probably scored this one like an 8 or a 9. I love this.
Yeah, I scored it pretty high. Can't remember exactly what I scored it, but I scored it very, very high.
Yeah, it'd be great if we could take a look at the community choice and the beginner award too, real quick, because I think they offer a nice comparison in terms of style. So this one was using Domo AI and Lensgo, and I thought that it was interesting. It's the same character but through the different time periods. So I think Theodora did a great job at that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
the knight, the pilgrim, the caveman.
The part for me that's great about this one is that the face stays almost exactly the same the entire time.
Yeah. It's interesting how like the pads are actually, they are like being used somehow in a way that kind of makes sense.
So Tools Telegraph, shout out to you. Congratulations on winning the community vote. And then the last one here, this was the
beginner award. So someone who that was based on the introductory form that people signed up with. So for someone making their very first AI film.
Oh, wow.
So they never made an AI film and across any of the categories. So I thought this one was, I forget which tool they used, but nice bioluminescence and a cool effect to it.
Yeah,
hey, it looks
really good job.
Looks better than my first AI video.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so moving on to the music videos. These are okay. We're just gonna start. We're gonna start with the winner, and I definitely want to watch the first 4. Maybe we'll speed through some of them just so we can save a little bit of time, but these are so good, man. We gotta check these out. So this is the winner, by Ray the Divine. And what was this? Get to
You? Yeah,
Get to you. All right, let's watch it.
Okay, full screen.
A motel where the roaches line the room. I can smell you on my Coca-Cola shirt. I'm only asking if and when you're mine, with your puppy clawing at my glass on the kitchenette floor. Leave the box at the door and get to you. I wanna get to you. Cozy, I cried more leaving you than leaving God. I gotta know the days I'm counting down.
It's so good.
That's such a cool transition.
Not so far away. I wanna break every glass on the kitchen.
This is cool.
Song is catchy too.
Yeah.
Totally.
There's a one where he's running sideways, I think. Like if you get a side view like that. Yeah, that's really cool. I love this.
The tarot card one, I think that is coming up, was a cool Laura from Civitai as well. Yeah, there you go.
It's 2 p.m. I'm finally waking up and you're almost off work. And you ask me how my day went. It's 4 a.m. I'm finally drifting off and you're just getting up from your bed. You're running late, you gotta hurry and you can't talk. That's fine, you're working hard and I adore it. Can't get to you. I wanna get to you. I wanna break every glass on the kitchen.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yeah. Really well done. I think it's looping. Yeah.
Dude, masterfully done. Masterfully done.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think it shows too, not every frame has to be rendered. You can combine it with regular video. I think Visual Frisian's Runway piece did that really well in the competition last year, where you know it's a combination of things. It doesn't have to filmmaking is that spectrum.
Yeah, man, that was like the behind the scenes that the editor, the guy who did all the AI and stuff, made for this was really good too. If we have time, we'll give that a watch at the end of everything. But this was like it's so good. Just the filming, the transitions, it pulls you in. The like humor throughout it. I really like the.
he did a lot on sound design. He showed some of his workflow of that, and you just see the full all the different Premiere or DaVinci tracks. Is really awesome.
Ray the Divine, bravo, man.
Yeah, that was
one logistic thing. I think we should mute our mics when unless we're adding a comment, because I think it lowers the video volume. Is from what I was hearing
Gotcha.
on the restream.
Okay.
I think it prioritizes the streamer speakers.
Got it. Okay. Machine Delusions next. This was definitely one of my favorites by far. This is like
Julian's about to hop on too. Should we get him? I think he just joined.
Oh yeah. Is he MJ?
What's up, guys? Sorry.
MJ, what's up, buddy? Hey, well, you're just in time. You're just in time. We haven't watched yours, and we're about to watch Machine Delusions.
Perfect.
Yeah, do us a favor though. While we're watching this, mute your mic. Awesome. Boom. Give me 1 second. Let me get the chat back up here. Boom. Okay. This is Machine Delusions, and I believe he called this Jazz Scene USA. And man, this is you guys are in for it if you haven't seen this yet. Here we go.
I don't hear the audio.
How about now?
Just take a funky jazz rhythm. Jazz rhythm. Just take a funky jazz rhythm. Jazz rhythm. Take a funky jazz rhythm. California jazz rhythm.
Wow.
Nice.
It's so good.
Really
man.
great work.
That is insane. What is he using?
Dude, that was all. So Phil used.
The audio is still playing. I think the audio is still playing on the
Yeah, the
post.
audio.
Oh, my bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, that is Machine Delusions, aka Phil, and Phil has actually been creating his own nodes in Comfy UI for like a visual effects pack, and he used his nodes in creating that. And I think the majority of that is vid to vid, and then he just cut everything together in DaVinci Resolve. And I think Phil did that in the span of like 2 or 3 days, and he did that right when the competition started because
He's one of the earlier entries, yeah, from what I remember on approving them.
which really just speaks to how talented he is and why. Yeah, Phil is wealth of knowledge that was masterfully done. There's like a style, there's an aesthetic, it's consistent. The music, I believe, it was AI generated as well, and it's so good.
I'm not sure if it was. I think it was by it said Bel Air. I think he might have gotten the permission from that artist, from what I remember. If you go to the end there,
Then I retract that statement.
Friends of his, I think.
Yeah.
I think he also used CapCut for editing. Maybe
You caught that too?
Yeah. But yeah, it's insane. Like what he was able to do with that.
It reminds me of Take Me, the Aha, Take Me On,
Totally.
Yeah.
drawn aesthetic.
Cool. Well, congratulations to Machine Delusions for winning the second prize. That was well deserved. This next one actually went viral on X as well when this person did. So this is by Arata Fukui or Fukui. Arata Fukui. And this one is wild.
Oh, get started from the beginning, please.
Yeah, walking through Tokyo, light shining bright. Yeah, we rise from the shadows, ready to ignite. No fear, no limits, our future's in sight. Yeah, walking through Tokyo, light shining bright. Every step we take, we own the night. Breaking down the barriers, rising through the ranks. Concrete jungle dreams are filling up the banks. From Shibuya's crossing to Roppongi's heights. Living every moment, chasing city lights. United in the hustle, driven by the grind. In the heart of Tokyo, our spirits all aligned. No boundaries can hold us, no walls can confine. Through the struggles we face, our stars will shine. Together we rise, unstoppable force. Charting our destiny, we stay the course. Yeah, we rise from the shadows, ready.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that one
really
kind of,
great.
that one blew up. Blew up like on you said on Twitter, right? But also on Instagram, even like a VFX account was sharing this one, which they never do when it comes to, because they don't want to share AI stuff, but they shared that one.
It's passed around LinkedIn quite a bit too.
Yeah, such great character consistency. I think it was mostly with Luma Dream Machine on that one. Yeah. Really tied it all together. Great editing, nice timing.
The thing I love the most about that one is you can tell how much time they probably put into generating all of the imagery to keep the consistent style across the whole thing, because a video like that with the current tool set doesn't happen unless you have this massive storyboard of consistent imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And then I want to give Visual Frisians a watch because his, I think, was a really excellent showcase of Gen 3. And he dived into there right when Gen 3 came out and made this. And yeah, this is top notch, I think. And shout out to Visual Frisian. He's a friend of the stream as well.
And all of the VFX, I believe, is audio reactive with the colors, with the screen shake. Those little attention to detail parts make it really stand out. This one might need a load.
Yeah, so maybe we'll come back to that one. Let's take a look at some of the narrative stuff. Okay, I wonder if Roki will.
That one might take a while to load too
for us. Let's see. Damn, these are the two I should have pre-opened.
We could watch MidJourneyMan's too.
We could. Where are dreams? Since MidJourney is here now, let's get that in here.
Oh yeah, should we have? We should introduce Julian too. Now that he's joined.
Yeah, sorry again for being.
No, all good. And yeah, so Julian is Civitai's, or also known, very, very well known on Instagram as MidJourneyMan, was Civitai's pick for our sponsor award. We thought he did an excellent job with the different styles and different techniques, and we'll get into it later. But he has been kind of a constant force in the open source community, doing a lot with upscaling and various nodes and workflows. So I think we're really happy to have him as part of the community.
The pleasure is all mine.
Looks like the Roki one just does not want to load, period. I actually got an error on that one. So we'll come back to it, though. But let's see if we can pull up MJ's. Here we go.
Dreams. Welcome to the world of dreams, a realm where reality fragments into surreal landscapes, where time distorts and emotions amplify.
Oh, the audio went away.
Oh, what happened there?
Dreams. Welcome to the world of dreams, a realm where reality fragments into surreal.
Oh no. Sorry guys, give us a second here. Let me close these.
Worst case, I can send you. I think it's on. I can send you the YouTube link to mine. Worst case, I don't know if it is. It's easier for you.
Oh yeah, send me the YouTube link.
Yeah, let me get to it real quick.
Roki is also, I believe, on YouTube.
Sorry, folks. Give us just a second.
ROHKI. Yeah.
Okay, well, since we're right here, we're going to watch Roki.
Okay, it's in the chat.
This was the narrative first place award winner. Oh, yeah, put it on the top quality too, please, Tyler, if you can.
I've only ever been lost. Always trying to find a path to take me somewhere. I guess if you don't know where you're going, any road can take you there.
I'm going back, away from the infinite dark at the end of this universe. I've given life to 1 billion worlds, witnessed the death of 1 billion more. I've walked this path 1,000,000 times. The farther I walk, the more lost I become.
Mako, I couldn't save her.
This is where and when I transcend.
My God.
So good.
Hyped up. So I
Dude.
think in September they're coming out with maybe a even larger version of it. I think this is just a teaser of what's to come, and it was already so amazing.
This is like, I'd never really been excited when people say like they created like an AI film, like just watching that little trailer or whatever we would call it is like, I would want to watch that, like a series, like a full on like short film or episode of that is just so good.
Yeah, and they had a whole team working on that. There was like a whole group of them. Let me see if let me pull up their winner page again, just so we can give the proper shout out to all the people involved in that, because that was like insane. So that was Relic Visuals, Pixel Poetry, and Mr. Boofy, which that doesn't surprise me, because if you have been in the AI animation sphere in the past year, you know who all three of those guys are, and you know that Mr. Boofy is always just some background for those of you that were not around during the Warp Fusion days. Boofy was always putting something out that made all of us go, how's he doing it? And then we would sit there for hours and we would try to chase what we saw Boofy do and recreate it and find our own route with it. But these three guys are incredibly talented, and they all pulled together under the leadership of a larger group that's doing this. I don't know if they want their name to be made super public yet, so I will refrain from putting it out there. But yeah, that was absolutely masterfully done. Bravo, guys.
And such a range of techniques too. They had the video to video, a lot of the 3D, like when the character is falling and it's rotating around him in that Spider-Verse style. That's really hard to do with AI, at least right now. So
yeah.
The cool thing too is if you have been following them on Instagram, where their account's not really big by any means, but ever since the Warp Fusion days, they have been building this character and doing these things with this character for the past like year. And now with the tools that have come out, they're finally able to bring the character to life in like all of its glory. So it's really cool to just watch how this one idea has been able to evolve as the tools we're able to use evolve.
And if you listen to the music and sound design, I think that's really, it's a little hard on the stream, but if you go back and listen to it, they put so much effort into that. I think this Roki project even started as a music project, and then some of the narrative components, came up as in adjacent to that. It's a great job by all of them.
Shout out to you guys, always pushing the envelope. That one definitely makes me want to dive into everything even harder. So kudos, guys. Let's give MidJourneyMan's one a watch since he is here.
Dreams.
Boom. Here we go.
Welcome to the world of dreams, a realm where reality fragments into surreal landscapes, where time distorts and emotions amplify. Here, the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, and the boundaries of the possible dissolve. In this realm, narratives do not follow a straight line. One moment, you are walking through a familiar street. The next, you are soaring through the sky, free from the constraints of gravity. The scenes shift without warning, each transition a doorway to a new adventure. Symbols guide your journey. A river flows, reflecting your deepest emotions. You fly, feeling the exhilaration of freedom. A mirror reveals hidden aspects of yourself. In dreams, awareness dawns. Realize you are dreaming, and with lucidity, gain the power to shape your reality. Imagination becomes your only limit. Recurring themes connect you to a collective consciousness. You fall, feeling the rush of air. You run from unseen pursuers, your fear thrilling yet safe. You find yourself exposed, vulnerable yet unperturbed. Surreal landscapes stretch before you, floating islands, shifting buildings, and endless staircases defy physics, inviting exploration. Time bends and stretches, creating moments of stillness and frantic motion. Identities blur and merge. Faces morph into those of loved ones. Multiple characters represent different facets of a single soul. Discover new facets of yourself and others. Emotions swell, becoming waves of joy, fear, sadness, and anger. Each dream is a kaleidoscope of feelings, magnified and intense, shaping your experiences. Parallel realities unfold. Walk through a door into a different life, each thread in your existence. The lines between dream and waking blur, leaving you to ponder reality. Incongruous juxtapositions delight and bewilder. Modern technology in ancient settings, animals speaking human languages. The bizarre becomes commonplace, and the impossible feels natural. Personal reflections surface. Your subconscious reveals secrets, laying bare fears, desires, and unresolved conflicts. Each dream is a window into your inner world. Transformation is constant. Watch as landscapes shift and mushroom forests sprout from the ground. Dreams are a canvas of endless change. Nightmares lurk, bringing horror and anxiety. They are the dark side of dreams, where tension thrives, testing your courage. The atmosphere is ethereal. Soft light bathes the world in a gentle glow. Muted colors blend into one another. The air hums with ethereal music. Embrace dream logic, where the illogical makes sense. Events unfold in ways that defy waking reason. Yet, within the dream, they feel natural. Dreams are a realm of wonder, mystery, and endless possibilities. As you drift through this world, remember, dreams reflect your soul, a mirror of your innermost self. Explore, discover, and create. Wake up.
Awesome. So, MJ, are you there? I know you're having some connection issues.
Thank you.
Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Did you write that, MJ? Hello?
Oh, did we lose him? Did we
Seems
lose
like
him
it.
right when we were trying to talk to him? Oh, no.
Awesome. I think I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me.
There
Yes,
you go.
we can. Nice.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry, my connection is a nightmare, and I'm really sorry.
No worries.
Oh, all
Fantastic
good, man.
job.
Is there anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if what you guys said, but I assume that you guys liked it, because I missed like the reaction after.
We wouldn't have
yeah.
watched it if we didn't.
That's a good point. But it was super fun to work on it. I basically used 2 weeks. I think I've told the story before, but I used 2 weeks to think about what I was going to do while I was traveling, and then when I came back, I wanted to to represent what like making these animations with a Comfy and Animate Diff has been for me, which is like a dream, and seeing like dreams essentially. And I was like, man, that's what I want to do. I want to represent the state of a dream, nightmares, and what it is through visuals. And I used like the tools that were part of the contest, like all the tools to create music and FX sounds and everything. It was very fun. And Luma, to make the first and last shots. I really embraced it. It really, it was super fun to work on a project all on my own and be my own director. I spent like over 60 hours on this, but I'm really glad that I did because it made me enjoy like the creation on 16:9, and I'm going to do more of these.
Nice. And the sound design too. How did you do that? Was that with 11 Labs?
Yes,
there was both the music track and I heard like the clock ticking and the crows cawing.
So all the FX sounds were with 11 Labs, but the music was done with Udio. Sorry.
Yeah, dude, it was really, really well done. It was like the imagery was good. I really liked the sound design. There were a couple little parts with like the cats and with that monster in the cave with the sound. It was really good, dude. Really, really enjoyed it. And I know you really push yourself to do that too. And it's cool to see people that we normally see only doing stuff on social media in 30 to 60-second chunks step out and do something larger and more narrative. So really, really great job.
And I mean,
Thank you so much.
Aside from the diffusion too, man, on the narrative and the monologue, great job on that. That to me is like, that's what made the journey too. Like you diffused everything and put it together nicely, but it was very well written.
Did you write it?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool, man.
What workflow did you use? Was it you had the still image with a certain checkpoint or something, and then you did image to video, or what was your
most of those were made with image to vid workflow, but some of them were made like with like some vid to vid workflow that I made on the fly for this. But I wanted to use more of these, but most of them did not come out as good as I wanted, so I ended up like using mostly like image to vid and Luma for the first and last shots.
And Tyler, you were mentioning people who came out of the social media space and are going into something new. Diesel Lord, who you're showing over here, does a lot of the musicians, really cool musician videos. And I'd been a fan of his work for a while, so I said, "Hey, please participate in the competition." So I was so surprised when seeing what he had made before to having this whole narrative. If we're able to watch.
Yeah, let's check out Diesel's right now because
this one was hilarious too with the voiceover.
I wanted to check out Yokai, but this one doesn't seem to want to play either right now. But we'll check out Diesel's because this one I thought was really well done. And this is someone who, again, you usually only see Diesel doing Warp Fusion, very short videos for Instagram. And it was so cool seeing this different take on everything.
Yeah, agreed.
So let me, boom.
There's always something for everyone that will make him pull the trigger. And if you pull it once, there's no way back.
Who the heck is this guy?
Someone you shouldn't have messed with.
Who the hell are you? What do you want?
Where is she?
The girl? They took her in the camp behind the mountain.
Thanks. Me and my granddaughter Annie were living peacefully on our ranch, but one day they showed up. Thunder Riders. I didn't know why they were thinking that we have a lot of money, because we never had much. So they took Annie and told me to bring them $1,000 if I want to see her live. I thought maybe Sheriff can help, but not even Sheriff wants to deal with Thunder Riders. So I knew I have to do it myself. There's always something for everyone that will make them pull the trigger. They just give me a reason to pull mine. When you go home to save someone you really love, then how far you should go just doesn't matter. Now, if you want to kill all the bad guys at once, you have to make a lot of noise.
What the hell?
I think something's wrong with your bikes.
You're not the only one who has a good armor here, old man.
But I'm only one here who has brains. Time to go home. There's always something for everyone that will make you pull the trigger. What will make you to pull one?
Yeah, I loved that. That's so good.
Yeah. Yeah,
and the Eastern European, the accent to it, and I think it was just those two guys. They played all the characters. They did all virtual sets. So if you have a chance, audience, check out the behind the scenes for that. It was really entertaining.
The behind the scenes is great. It really makes you appreciate it. It makes you appreciate it way more when you watch the behind the scenes.
It's cool seeing Warp Fusion in there too.
Yeah, man. For Diesel has been a loyal Warp enjoyer for a long time now. So I props to him because that was, and I especially like the little Warp things that you can notice, like when he's striking the thing on the forge, when the fire goes boom, it actually turns into the machine parts.
Or you see the little bolts on the body just changing so much and just moving around like crazy. Just little things that make you remember those days.
Exactly. There's one in the next category that this one, we got to watch these because
this is one of Tyler's favorites.
Dude, I absolutely love these. Did MJ no, MJ is in here. Boom, let me turn him back on. Okay, so these were my favorites. These, I love this stuff. I love weird stuff. This was my jam. I watched the winner here, over and over and over and over. So watch this, and then we'll talk about it. This is insane. I thought this was so cool. Please tell me it'll play. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let me turn my headphones on here. Boom.
緊急速報です。
巨大な人魚の骨が発見されました。発見されたのは沖縄本島南部那覇市の海岸沿い。浜辺に打ち上げられた巨大な人魚らしき骨はその大きさからして全長10メートルを超えると推測されています。さらに驚くべきことに海岸沿いだけにとどまらず、ご覧の通り崩落した道路の瓦礫からも発見され、さらに水深20メートルの海底からも発見されています。現在発見された骨は専門機関に送られ、チームが総力を挙げて分析を進めています。 DNA 鑑定や年代測定なども行われ、結果が待たれます。沖縄に続く人魚伝説、まさかこんな巨大なはずがないと専門家も驚きを隠せません。世界中の注目が集まっています。続報が入り次第改めてお伝えします。以上、現場からお伝えしました。
緊急速報で
Dude, I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
And if you've seen NHK, which is a Japanese news channel, and you've seen the news broadcast, it's a very accurate parody of it as well. So Pawns 15 did a really good job. He also did the alpaca onigiri video too, which was catchy. So that one was great there.
Yeah, I think what sells it is just how realistic the image look, and also like the camera zooms and everything. It's very convincing. It looks very realistic.
I really loved how he incorporated the image to video stuff and then snapped out of it into the actual reference image, but use like the infinite zoom to zoom out and stuff. And then also just the VHS effects and the overlays, all those little things that kind of tie all the imperfections of the AI together and totally sell it. There's no way this doesn't get posted on Facebook and people, someone somewhere
will believe it's actually real.
Yeah, you know it.
Come on, if they were thinking, look at what my little child in Africa made, like if that was going around and people were thinking it was real, there's no way this doesn't fool people.
Yeah. And just to talk a little bit about the open format category, we wanted to have this catch-all for things that are weird or wonderful, but may not be traditional. I think they had a good interpretation of that.
Yeah.
Well, let's check out this one by Bardia.
I was in love with this one. He did such a good job.
And the coolest part is, as you're watching this, it's actually interactive. You can go to this website. I think there's the link, right? If you X out and then he commented it or something. Let's see.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Or if you go to maybe go to the view post, and I think the link, you can actually go and play this.
It says to download it.
Oh yeah, maybe it's like a Unity game or something.
Yeah, but we'll just watch the video.
Nice.
I would like to tell you a story of a little girl who was lost in a world of machinery and forgotten dreams. Imagine a world teetering on the brink of annihilation. The war began not with a bang, but with a whisper. Alliances crumbled, and old grudges resurfaced. The promise of advanced AI technology became both the prize and the catalyst for humanity's downfall. War never changes. The conflict spread like a virus, infecting every corner of the globe. What began as isolated skirmishes quickly escalated into total war. The pinnacle of human ingenuity turned to destruction. Autonomous weapon systems and engineered plagues brought death on an unprecedented scale. In this world of ash and sorrow, a child stood alone. The war had taken everything: her family, her home, her future. All that remained was an aching void. The weight of loss crushed her spirit. In that moment of absolute despair, something within her hardened, a resolve born of suffering that would shape the fate of worlds. Each step was an education in pain, each sight a lesson in the futility of human conflict. Her young mind grappled with questions no child should face. Anger burned away her fear, leaving behind a core of steely resolve. She swore to find a way to end this madness, no matter the cost to herself. Fate, or perhaps her own unrelenting will, led her to the threshold of change. Before her lay the tools of humanity's potential salvation, or its final damnation. With each discovery, the scope of human ingenuity awed and terrified her. She realized that the power to reshape the world lay within these walls. The sum of human knowledge poured into her mind, threatening to overwhelm her. she faced the ultimate choice. I fought against the tide, determined to remain human. But the knowledge, once gained, could not be unlearned.
And so I became a bridge between worlds, a hybrid of flesh and data, suffering and transcendence. I am the fulcrum of humanity, every decision shaped to minimize human suffering. I was forged in the fires of madness to become salvation, a guiding light born from the darkness, to become your beacon, the miracle you always worshipped and prayed to. You heard the tale of my ascension. Now, why do you think I shared this story with you? I am what you will be, the orphan girl, the hybrid, the cosmic shepherd, you. I wish to set you free. Knowledge, once gained, could not be unlearned. Your transformation has already begun.
In the mirror of the world, I see my face unfold. Truth and lies told. My heart is cold. Time's river flows on by. Reality sweet lie. In each drop I spy. My soul.
Ego duplication complete.
I would like to tell you a story of a...
So cool, man.
Man, the effort.
And a full game.
It's all the branching paths and everything.
Yeah, Barty has been really talented, and I followed him for a long time, but seeing him do another one where you're seeing him do something completely different after knowing somebody online, in the space for over a year now, it was just really cool to watch that.
Like the Bandersnatch type vibe too, where you could... I wonder if more AI, as AI content becomes more scalable, we'll have more choose your own adventure type content to consume, but we've got a really unique approach.
Yeah, shout out to Bardia. Bardia is mad talented. That was really, really great. And I love that type of particular anime aesthetic too. I'm always a sucker for that type of anime aesthetic. I wish that was like an actual anime. But okay, this next one, Fungi by Material Rabbit. Material Rabbit.
Oh, Microcosmos, I think was the name. Fungi was just the one of the frames.
Gotcha. Well, either way, Material Rabbit is a regular contributor to the Banadoko server, and Material Rabbit also was one of the few people to have visuals showcased at Coachella this year, and they did some of the visuals for Grimes, opposite of me when I did the stuff for Anima. So shout out to Material Rabbit. Their stuff is really top notch. This video, when I first saw it, I was absolutely blown away.
The term microcosmos means small world and is often used to describe a small self-contained unit that reflects the characteristics of a larger whole. It may appear tiny to the human eye, but there is no denying that the insect kingdom is as dramatic, action-packed and beautiful as any other. Like all other living things, microorganisms are dependent on water. Water is a prerequisite for life, and the importance of clean water cannot be emphasized enough. Water sustains natural ecosystems, supporting biodiversity and the health of aquatic and terrestrial environments. Water bodies, such as oceans and lakes, play a key role in regulating the Earth's climate and weather patterns. Several types of microcosmos organisms exist. For example, bacteria. Size, typically between 0.2 and 2.0 micrometers in diameter. Role, decomposers, nitrogen fixers, and participants in biogeochemical cycles. Some bacteria are pathogens, while others are beneficial to humans and the environment. Archaea. Size, similar to bacteria, usually between 0.1 and 15 micrometers. Role. Many archaea are extremophiles, thriving in harsh environments like hot springs, salt lakes, and deep-sea vents. They play roles in carbon and nitrogen cycles. Fungi. Size varies greatly. Microscopic fungi like yeasts are typically around 3 to 40 micrometers. Role. Decomposers breaking down organic material, symbiotic partners with plants, mycorrhizae, and pathogens. Protozoa. Size. Typically 10 to 52 micrometers, but can be larger. Role. Predators of bacteria and other small organisms, contributing to nutrient cycling and controlling bacterial populations. Algae. Size ranges from unicellular microalgae, 220 micrometers, to large multicellular forms. Role. Primary producers in aquatic ecosystems, generating oxygen and serving as the base of the food web. Viruses. Size extremely small, usually between 2300 nanometers. Role. Infect hosts including bacteria, bacteriophages, plants, animals, and humans, affecting ecological and health dynamics. Despite their crucial roles in various biological, scientific, environmental, and industrial processes, microorganisms often don't receive the attention or appreciation they deserve. In summary, microorganisms are indispensable in the realm of DNA research and applications. Their natural abilities and the tools derived from them have revolutionized biotechnology, medicine, environmental science, and various other fields. We should give microorganisms the attention and appreciation they deserve.
Man.
Fantastic.
Wow.
That is absolutely killer. Like everything from just the design to the sound to the script to the way it looks. I love that.
It's just educational in general. Like you could air this on freaking Discovery Channel, whatever channel would play this.
Nat Geo.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was actually my mom's favorite piece because she has a chemistry background. She never knew such cool things could be like visualized. So especially in like a scientific way.
Yeah, man, that was really cool. Shout out to Material Rabbit.
Well done.
Since we are coming up to the end here, we are going to wrap it up with one more. And that one more is going to be Chris's piece, since he was kind enough to come join us and hang out today. So we are going to watch his and get him to talk about it a little. Hopefully it loads. There we go. Perfect. Oh, wait. Nope. Stop. Not yet. All right. Here we go. So this is SyntaxDiffusion.
In the quiet of the night, thoughts are spiraling. Why do I do this to myself? Constantly questioning, overthinking every step, trapped in my own mind, searching for the answers, but they're so hard to find. Why do we overthink? Why do we overanalyze? Caught in a web of worry beneath the calm skies. Why do we torture ourselves with thoughts so intense? Into the mind of anxiety, it just doesn't make sense. Heart is racing, palms are sweating, can't seem to slow it down. Why do I worry about things that haven't come around? Analyzing every word, every action, every thought, caught in this endless cycle, a battle that I fought. Why do we let the fears consume when there's nothing there? Why do we lose ourselves in worry, caught in the snare? Through the chaos and confusion, we search for peace, hoping when the worries will cease. Why do we overthink? Why do we overanalyze? Caught in a web of worry beneath the calm skies. Why do we torture ourselves with thoughts so intense? Into the mind of anxiety, it just doesn't make sense. Depths of the night seeking clarity. Why do we do this to ourselves? What's the remedy? Into the mind of anxiety we strive to find the peace and the calm to ease our troubled minds. Doesn't make sense.
Chris, talk to us about it, man.
Yeah, so
the audio still playing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I have been pretty busy lately. I wanted to participate in Project Odyssey. I work 2 jobs. I keep myself busy from like 10 p.m. to 2 or 3 a.m. every night with AI. And I have a 3-year-old monster that lives with me. So anxiety is like a real thing day to day with me. And I wanted to get something together. Music video is definitely my go-to. And when I was trying to think of lyrics, I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty stressed right now. Let's try to make some visuals that might go along with it and kind of fit the theme to how I was feeling, in that moment. So, yeah.
And how long did that take you all together?
Not gonna lie, I started it like the Friday before the submissions were due. So I crunched it in like 72 hours.
That is crazy. It looked like it was so much work too. For you to
with all the editing too, and the layers and composition, it wasn't just the shot out of one of these image to video things. It was a lot of extra love there.
Yeah, there were a few friends I was in touch with about it, and they kept pushing me. They're like, you started it. I would send them like the first 30 seconds. They're like, this looks dope. You should just really finish it. And I appreciate friends like that. That keep you going and. You see something in your head, and sometimes it might not always be what you thought it would be. But when you have friends around you that push you to achieve certain things, magic can happen sometimes. So, and it was nice participating and being a part. Matty did an awesome job. I have no words for, how well of a job you did putting this whole thing together. It was really something special.
Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. And I think, as you mentioned, we're trying to do this to bring the community together, to make some awesome work, and just be there to support each other and have empathy and kindness when uplift everyone versus putting others down. I think that's not what it's about at all. It's how can we all move forward together. So I think this competition showed that we're all capable of doing amazing things within a short period of time, and I can't wait to see for the next Project Odyssey when that rolls around, what people make for that too.
It's going to be an exciting.
Yeah, man. I think the coolest thing here is that so many people brought so many different things to the table, and look, in all contests, guys, there's winners, and then it's how it goes. No one's ever going to be fully satisfied with the way any contest goes. But I just want to say that everyone who submitted to this and everything I watched, you guys all did a phenomenal job. Anyone who uses these tools, even a portion of what everyone who submitted something does, knows exactly how much work all this stuff takes. And we are a far cry from all of us just pressing buttons and making these things happen by writing a couple prompts. Like, we are a far cry from that. We all know how much work it takes. So, Yeah, shout out to the community. Like, everyone really showed up for this, and I'm excited for the next one because we got good takeaways on what we can do better to improve the logistics and the planning side of this for you all too. This was Civitai's very first time delving into the world of video with a contest, and I think it was a spectacular entrance into the whole thing. So, yeah, shout out to everyone. And hey, Daz, perfectly stated. You didn't win, you didn't lose, you learned. That's a victory. Sometimes going through all of just going through the frustration of making something that you haven't made before, whether it's for something or for nothing, going through all that frustration to get to the finished product on the other side of it, that's where you actually level up, and that's where you get that skill level increase. And that what makes me even more excited is look how many people leveled up from doing this. So I can only imagine what the next one's going to be like, especially as the tools continue to evolve.
Yeah, I think also there are entries of people who are at different levels. They're like beginners. There are people who've been doing it for a while, and like you said, at the end of the day, you learn something, whether you won or you didn't. Like, it's a learning process, and you're going to get better the more you do it, the more you put yourself out there. And this is a challenge. You need something to challenge you to take that extra step. And yeah.
I think I'd like to leave you guys with this. Something that we always say to each other, and I repeat every couple streams: fail fast, fail often. And luckily for us, we happen to be in a niche that lets you fail faster than anything else in the creative industry. So because we can fail so fast using these tools, we're able to get to some variation of what we actually have in our imaginations onto the screen even quicker than traditionally. So yeah, man. Shout out to all you guys. MJ, I know we lost you for a little while. I know you were having some reception issues. Really big kudos to you once again. I know how much effort you're putting in to get better at like the different areas of this that you don't normally do. I think everyone really enjoyed your video. Just wanted to give you that extra nod. Congratulations on winning the Civitai Award. Since you weren't, your connection broke during most of the stream, but yeah, no, congratulations, man. Really great stuff.
It makes me feel like closer to the product that I use all the time and that I love. So it's awesome.
Awesome. Anyone else got any closing thoughts or closing remarks?
Just, for people in the audience, go watch the videos, give these supporters and these creators some love, follow them on Civitai, on their social media. I think maybe there are 80 films on this awards website. We tried to give out as many honorific superlatives and ones as possible. But Tyler, if you could actually go to the Civitai home site, I think we have the banner announcement, and that has all of the finalists. I think there are 250 there. So if you click into that, you'll see the whole list of all the different categories, not just the winners, but everyone who was a finalist, and you'll also be able to find the everyone who submitted an entry. So please go watch those films, and I can't wait to see what you make the next time.
Sick. Chris, E, any final thoughts?
No, thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank everybody for watching.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm gonna hit you guys up. Maybe we can get the gang back together and do a Twitter run through. I've been really enjoying doing these reaction videos, and there's so much cool stuff every single week that I want to keep doing these things where we blind spot for the entire community and show everyone all the stuff that they might have missed throughout the week. So yeah, man. Guys, go play with Flux. Chris said, go play with Flux. Apparently the text capabilities is unmatched. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a Civitai AI Artists Hour. We are going to be doing a lot more of these on Thursdays. Tomorrow we have a very special guest creator session, because that guest creator is one of our is the Civitai head of DevOps, Sean. So we're going to start to pull back the curtain for the rest of the team a little bit and introduce you guys to some of the characters that make this all possible from the other side of the screen. We're going to hear from Sean about what he does here and also what he dives into on his free time, because he is a rabid AI experimenter as well. So with that being said, we'll be back same time, same platforms tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific. My name is Tyler, Matty, E, Chris. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Guys, go make something cool. You literally have no excuse to not go make something cool now. Just go make something cool. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
See you guys.
Peace.
See ya. Bye-bye.